Hello everyone. For this assignment, I created a mathematics courseware product to assist with fractions on a number line using the authoring tool SoftChalk. I focused on the third grade content standards for fractions. The basics of these standards are representing fractions on a number line from 0 to 1, labeling with the corresponding fractions, understanding equivalent fractions, and comparing two fractions. This product touches upon all of these parts of the standards. The purpose of this product is for students needing more practice or assistance with fractions. Students would have been previously exposed to fractions on a number line before using this product. To start the product, I introduced fractions by using a pizza as a visual example. I then compared the pizza fractions to the number line fractions by showing that they represent the same ideas. On this first page, I have included fraction vocabulary words and highlighted these important terms with a bolder text. On each page of this product, usually at the top of the page, I have included an audio narration of the text on the page. Students can navigate through the product by using the page numbers on the top. After page 1, it is time to move to page 2. Page 2 discusses the objectives for the students and explains how the product works. Page 3 starts with halves. Once again, I compare halves on a pizza and then transfer this information to a number line. I've included images for both the pizza and the number line showing halves. I then show the students how to label the corresponding fractions. The next page contains the same information as the page before, except showing fourths instead of halves. At the bottom of the page, I've included a pop-up quiz question for the students to answer. This is an open-ended question to informally assess their knowledge. The students click on the box to answer the question. Every pop-up quiz question, the students have the ability to check their answers and keep track of their scores. Since the quiz question touches upon equivalent fractions, the next page dives deeper into equivalent fractions. Once again, there is another pop-up quiz question to keep the students engaged. The next page shows eighths, once again with the pizza and then the number line. Another pop-up quiz question has been included at the bottom of the page. The next page shows the number line with all the fractions labeled: halves, fourths, and eighths. The students have another open-ended question to answer here. Page 8 reminds the students about the numerator and denominator of a fraction and provides them with a visual representation of the two. On this page, the students have 5 true or false questions to answer about fractions. The next page contains the ant races activity, where the students are given word problems based on 2 ants racing to different points on the number line. The word problem asks a question which requires the students to use the number line and compare 2 fractions. Students respond to the word problem by clicking on the pop-up quiz questions and answering them. The next page is the more formal assessment. First, the students have to drag and drop the fractions to the number line. Next, the students have 10 questions to answer based on the information throughout this entire product. The next page congratulates the students for completing the product and provides them with more visuals on fractions to reinforce the information from this product. The last page lays out the specific standards addressed throughout this product for both New York State content standards and the ISTE standards for students. The students have the opportunity to navigate to any page on this product with the top bar here. When they click on Contents, they can even be brought to specific headings on each page. That is my courseware product in a nutshell. Thank you for listening. I am looking forward to hearing your thoughts and answering any questions you may have.